Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We are here for the next episode of Sword Art Online Alicization, War of Underworld, this being episode 22. I'm really interested to see what we're going to have with this episode in particular, as we wind down, because it seems like we're going to be focusing a bit, in the real world here with this episode, and obviously Alice coming into the real world. Kirito and Asuna still are not back in the real world yet. I feel like they're going to be back. It's only a matter of time, but, what kind of consequences, like if any, are there going to be, when they come back because of the situation, obviously with the acceleration and all of that in Underworld. But we did see them go off and they're starting to explore the world, I guess, of Underworld. But I'm just really interested. I'm really interested to see what we're gonna have with this episode. It's gonna be Alice centric, it seems like, and just with the real world. So we'll find out. We're going to get into it. We're going to see what we have with the guys. We're starting at the very beginning, 0 seconds, and we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, play. August 1st, 2026. So about 6 years from now, where we at, right here. This is going to be Alice, right? Wrinkle. Alice. We opening right up with this. She got the nightly walk, of course, and everything. Yeah, still got the nightly stuff down. Yo. It just, it don't even seem like she an AI. Part of that, I think that's mostly because of her whole nightly thing, the nightly order, why she was walking like that and acting like that, obviously. But it doesn't even seem like she an AI, right? It just seems like she a normal, any normal person of society or anything like that, Just seemed pretty natural there. So this is gonna be real interesting, man. But especially because Kirito and Asuna aren't back. Well, especially Kirito for Alice's case. So when he comes back, I'm not gonna even say if, because I feel like he definitely is gonna come back, or they are gonna come back. But how is that? I feel like there's gonna be some kind of consequences. There's some things are gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we'll see. But if we see Alice interacting with some of the others in the real world, Klein and Silica, Liz, Sugu, Sinan, and them, that's gonna be real cool. But even in a wide scope, looking at it in a deeper manner, this is big, right? Imagine 2026. Just imagine us right now in the real world, about 6 years from now, if something like this were. Hey, I mean, there could already be. I mean, we don't even know it or something behind the scenes. Who the hell knows? I wouldn't even be surprised. But something like Alice here. Imagine that, seeing something like that in 6 years. That's just crazy to think about, potentially, right? So this is a mind-blowing thing, really. What they're, how they're implementing Alice here in the real world. The whole gang's seeing this, watching it. Her first choice is the gold armor. Wow. Imagine she just walks up there in her gold armor, plated armor, and all that. Screw the media! No, I'm just kidding. Her soul. Yeah, this is different. I know maybe some of you guys were what I was talking about during the OP are gonna talk about robots, but this is different than robots. Definitely different. Open up her skull. Alice is go ahead, do it. Hey, you a robot to the media. A lot of media people you could say they're robots. Honestly, how they be acting, how they are like. Okay, Alice. Okay. Right. Yep. As we saw, literally with Underworld, that's what Underworld went through and established. Like we saw it through that. That's a hot subject. That's a hot question. Even marrying and starting families with them without discrimination. That's the vision. That's the vision. What if the real world is a world also created by others? Is she right? She right? Aliens? God? You know, like what is it? I mean, based on your faith, it could be different for everyone, or just that is a real like question though to ask. Like that's it's crazy to think about. I'd be thinking about that a lot sometimes. Like higher power, or like who the creator is, or creators, or just like now maybe different. It is different for everyone, obviously, but I even love one of these real worlders, Kirito. She started blushing. Damn. Like what I feel here is real. Like these are human like emotions. Like this is Alice though. I love it. I love it, man. But yeah, for the normal human, right, them getting something like this, it makes sense. A lot of the reactions you're going to get, like people are just gonna be like, wait, what? Like I'm supposed to acknowledge this as a human? Like what? No. Like, but then there's gonna be people that are accepting. Like, it's gonna be mixed opinions. I was about to say, I was about to say, there's no way this man's dead. So it's just kind of like, I see what they did there. Man came in here with the sunglasses though, and like the like Hawaii, like this man just got here from Hawaii or something. Like we on the ocean turtle, out in the middle of the water, but like this man got like the Hawaiian shirt on or something. I was like, there's no way Kiku died. Like it's like a setup they had to do. These two just exploring Underworld together right now. Something going on with Kirito's Fluck Light. Does she like feel what's happening with Kirito? Maybe because there's something happening with Kirito right now. Maybe she feeling this. This is what Alice is feeling. She's just like, oh, I gotta leave. Like she feeling whatever this is. She's like, I gotta go. She just up and leaving. Right? Like, what are you doing here? You got here quick as hell. Like, oh, he's up. How did that happen? Yo, look at him. He does look like he's aged. Like he's like obviously in Underworld's terms, like he's aged a lot. But like here in the real world, it really hasn't been that long, realistically. But oh damn, yeah, because so much time has passed there. Obviously, the cycle of life still there. Like so many years. Like obviously, they're not gonna stay alive forever in that world. Like delete all the memories. Now he looks a bit. Now he looks a bit more healthier, right? Like he definitely. My queen, the queen, the queen. I was thinking maybe there's gonna be some like consequences or something, or like there's, but it doesn't seem like. Well, if they're deleting all the memories, that's kind of shitty. But I mean, more than a month. She's already thinking of. Yep, she's already thinking of. Ah, Lena, TSA, Roni, all of them, man. Iskan, my boy, man, all of them, dude. Fanatio. Damn, man. And especially Eugeo. You know he's gonna. They're gonna bring up Eugeo. They're gonna show Eugeo. Like even if the memories are there, they'll still like somehow feel that there's something there. Stay. I knew it, man. Like Eugeo. Like yeah, I knew it, dude. Like pain. That's pain, dude. That is one of the consequences, I guess. I was saying, well, I guess there isn't any consequence. There's definitely a consequence. Like as I'll get a plastic surgery, the name change. He hasn't done that yet. Maybe that is what he does, but Man has to stay off the grid. They're gonna get rid of. Are they gonna have to get rid of it, or it's gonna stop? This could be a consequence too. Hope. It's not really guaranteed that this is gonna pan out. Interact with them, probably accept them too, right? Or like, that's just how much it means to him. Kiku though. That is kind of his baby in a sense. Underworld is kind of Kiku's baby. And we got Higa too. You can't forget about him. Like this man's came in clutch many a time. So it's a it's a copy of Kirito, a copy of himself. I was like wondering like how or like how did they make this happen? Like they just woke up. I was just like, oh. So they copied his one and kept it in Underworld. Is that what they're talking about, or is the? No, I don't think the him we're seeing in the real world is like a copy or anything like that, right? Like, I just want to make sure I have that straight. He's talking about Kiku too, and damn. Yeah, and with shit in the real world kind of up in arms right now about everything, like yeah, it makes sense that Underworld's kind of in a wild state right now. Things are in a things are getting crazy. Mmm. But his thing got taken away. Kayaba. It got taken away by Vizago, zombie Vizago, because I was assuming that's who was still alive, walking around and took the. Alright, this is nuts. This is crazy to even think about or try to try to comprehend or understand, you know? It's like that's wild. That connection though. Okay, okay. Oh, here we go, man. Pain, dude. Just straight pain. Come on, man. Like, damn, dude. So I was talking about, man. There are consequences, dude. There's damn. This he's home, so I think it's Sugu. It probably is Sugu. Yep. And look at him, man. And then, the two of them did that together, dude. It was, he was just a woodcutter he met at first, and then it ended up becoming like his best friend. His duo, man, is feel like might wither away. Now she like, oh shit. Oh, something's happening. Something's happening. New world, next episode. Like Alice, like is probably because of the pain, the emotional pain that Kirito's feeling right now. But Alice feeling that too. I mean, we saw that earlier in the episode. She literally felt or just knew that he was back or was awake, and she just went right there. She left the conference and everything. So that I feel like that's just another case of that. But you guys though, this is really interesting. Like obviously what is going on, what they brought up in this episode, obviously with Alice being implemented into the real world, and just kind of the mixed opinions in the the questions that people are having, the just the normal human population, and just what the vision is going into the future, right? I really like what they went into with that in this episode, and just seeing Alice implemented into the real world is just really fascinating to me. It's obviously a big thing. It's kind of like a landmark, right? This is like making history, obviously. I mean, 2026, like I said, imagine something like this. Like something like Alice, not just a robot, right? Like something like Alice, like a super advanced AI, like that's pretty much like a human, in 2026. Like I mean, who knows? It could be possible. Like I said, behind the scenes, we may already have something like that. We just don't know. I mean, you never know. Honestly, you never do. So I mean, it does bring up a lot of that. Questions, just things surrounding that, like ethics and all kinds of things. And the one guy even asked, like, he's like, could they turn on us and annihilate us? Like, could they form an army? Like, are they just could we be screwed? Like, it brings up all kinds of certain things, as we saw in this episode and heard in this episode. So, I mean, there's that. And then there's also the thing with Kirito that, when he woke up, I was wondering, I was like, okay, like, how? Like, is right? Like, I guess we good now. I was like wondering, like, obviously there's a lot of consequences there. I was kind of questioning that, like, are there going to be consequences? There, as you can tell, obviously there are definitely consequences. Multiple consequences with, what's going on here, that we saw in this episode. But I'm really curious. I'm really interested in that whole thing, obviously with the connection with Kirito and Kayaba, which I was thinking they would maybe show something on that in this episode, and they did kind of, like, Kayaba's still alive, right? Like, his soul or whatever the case may be. But Vizago, pretty sure, is the one who took away his body, because they said, they were supposed to have one more body, and it wasn't Vizago. So we got a zombie Vizago, still at it, apparently. They want to keep Vizago around, and if Vizago's the one who took the robot, then that's probably, like, looking beyond, like, this season, even, like, beyond Alicization into the next part, I feel like. But I mean, there's that, but also, like, what they're talking about, like, with them being copied and whatnot. Like, I was like, I don't know, you like I said, you guys may have to clear it up for me, but he, obviously Higa, he had the copy. Well, he could have deleted it, but he copied, Kirito's Fluck, like, just for, like, that in itself was history, like, right, in itself too. So, like, I don't think the thing that I think it was maybe just so for Underworld, right? I don't think it's actually, like, okay, it's a copy of him put into the real world, and I mean, maybe that would make sense. I don't think so. I'm not really sure. Like, I'm still kind of hazy on that, I guess. I mean, maybe they did go into it more or talk about it more here. Maybe I was just kind of talking over it. That happens sometimes. I'm human. I'm sorry. But if that did happen, you guys would just maybe have to clear it up for me. Or maybe I'm just kind of right where my thinking was when I was talking about it in the episode. But definitely let me know, guys. But either way, that shit is really interesting to me, kind of what we have going on right now with all of that. Obviously bringing Alice into the real world, and then also with Kirito's, how apparently he's been copied, this stuff with Kaiba and Kirito bringing that up, Kiku in keeping Underworld alive essentially, or keeping it, a thing. So, and just how much it means to Kirito, right? How much these people mean, there to him, or meant there to him, and Eugeo, and just, there's a lot there. There's a lot of consequences when it comes down to it, for sure. But we'll see what happens. We have what? I think one more episode, two more episodes. I think we have one more episode, honestly. So how is this gonna leave off? I'm not really sure, but let me know what you guys thought of this episode, man, and what we have going on here. If you guys did enjoy my reaction to this episode, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.